Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? This is that boy. Listen, this is that boy, Rick Titus. We're going to talk about a couple things today. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Check the mics, see where you're coming in from, see where you can catch up with me. Let some people catch up with me. You might be looking at me at YouTube, might be looking at me on Facebook, Instagram, Ticker X, Pinterest, wherever you're looking at me, Kick. Wherever you're looking at this video, I want you to share this doggone video. Share this doggone video. Listen, this is for my people. Listen, family. We need to start a business. We need to start your own business. Start doing your thing. Some of you guys out there good at makeup, good at fingernails, getting people healthy with keeping their hygienes up with this health and wellness. You know, keeping the men's with their feet doing well, keeping the men's with their feet, keeping them up to date with their doctor's appointments. Some of you guys out there, nurses, and some of you guys out there in these offices working at these other establishments, you can own your own establishment. Whatever you learn from whatever business you in, you can do your own business. You know, look, check out the link that's scrolling down on the bottom of the page, family. Check out the link that's scrolling out on the bottom of the page. Listen, we got a problem with we got a problem out here in the churches right now. You know, one of the whining brothers, you know, he's a pastor. You know, he did some janky stuff with the young lady that was on that video. Some janky stuff he did with that young lady on that video. The lady brought in $1,200 and he said, "Hey, baby, hey, that's not what we talked about." What you mean? I owe you another $800. Huh? So that total came out to $2,000. I want to know what was it for? What is it? What was that for? What is all of that? Why is it all of that? Why it's got to be like that, pastors? That's the reason why the young people don't go to these churches now these days. Because we got some janky stuff going on out here, some janky stuff that is displaying out here in these churches out here, man. And another, let's bring up another thing I want to bring up. In Washington D.C., they had like 33 black and brown women missing, and the news is not covering that. Doggone shame, family. That's a doggone shame. Some black and brown females, girls, are missing. 32, I think it's 32 or 33 of them missing in Washington, D.C. Where you at, podcasters? Huh? Where you at, news reporters? Why you not talking about that? Why you not bringing that up? What's up, Kyle? What's up, Kyle boy? How you doing in the chat? What's happening? Why we not talking about that? Listen, they said that our money stays in the black community it goes in about 5 seconds. It's in and it's out. One time it was an hour. One time it was 30 minutes. Now it's 30. It's 30 seconds. What's up with that, family? Family, hey, look here, man. I'm doing good. How are you? Hey, listen, what's up with that, family? We got to circulate our resources in our community. That's the hardest thing that we got to do. We don't like, first of all, number one, we don't like ourselves, and then we don't like others. What is the problem here, family? What is the problem that we have? We got a big problem. The thing about it is, look, man, don't come in my comment talking janky. Don't come in my comment talking janky. I will block you. Don't write nothing silly in my comments on my live. I will block you. I'm just letting you know. I'm reading the comments as I'm doing this video. And look, the thing about it is, family, we can do better than what we're doing. We're the lowest people that's on the group, that's in a group. Out of all of these groups out here, we are at the bottom of the list because we don't like ourselves. We don't want to work with each other. We want to complain. We got to get out of there. We got to get out of that Jim Crow and that Willie Lynch. We got to get that out of our backyards, family. This is that boy Rick Titus telling you. We got to get out of that scenario. If you know better, you would do better. Huh? Francis Quest Wellesley, bless that young lady's heart. Get that ISIS book. Tariq Nasheed, get that Hidden Colors CD. Go to the museum. Go to the Hidden Colors Museum in LA. I got that on my book to go down to the Hidden Colors Museum in LA and support that brother. Support that black museum. Talk to that boy Rick Titus. Also in DC, they got a go-go museum in DC and Southeast. Support them. Support those avenues. Support those businesses out here. Huh? Talk to that boy Rick Titus. Look at it, scrolling down at the bottom of the link. Click on that link down at the bottom of the link. Click that link, that ricktitus.org. We got to get ourselves together, man. We got to build that Wall Street back up. We got to build that Wall Street that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We got to bring that back. That boy Rick Titus is giving you some of that gems, giving you some of that knowledge. Listen, if you pass by a black-owned business, something is wrong. You need to do something. You need to support that black-owned business. Any states that you're in, I don't care where you're at, Memphis, I don't care if you're in Detroit, Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., support all black businesses. We need your help. It's another thing that I don't like that's going on right now with the government shutdown. I got family members that work in the government. I talk to them. They say, hey, Rick, I'm doing all right now. If I need some help, I'll give you a call. I say, man, dial my number anytime. How you can expect people to go to work and get paid, don't get paid? You want me to go to work. You need me. I need to do the job, but I'm not going to get paid for it. That's not what I signed up for. These individuals out here don't care about these families that got support their daycare, college. The students that's going to college need to be funded. You got to buy food. You got mortgage you got to pay. You got car note, insurance. You got food you need. It's a lot of stuff that needs to be taking place in that household. You understand what I'm saying, family? It's a lot of stuff that you need to take care of in your household, and the government is shut down. What is the problem? Why is it that the two houses can't get together? They're saying the Republican closing the government down. They're saying the Democrats are closing the government down. Why y'all two Democrats and Republicans, which are the same, why can't y'all get a meeting together and find out what kind of budget we need to put together? Why is it every 3 years we talking about closing down the government? Hurting individuals that are going to work every day. I don't like that. I don't like it. Get yourself in there saying that the president don't want to call a meeting. Why not? He getting paid. Why not? It ain't affecting his household. The senators up there, one is blaming the other group. The Republican is blaming the Democrat. The Democrats is blaming the Republican. What is the problem, family? Family, tell that boy, talk to that boy Rick Titus. What is the problem? What the problem that we have? Why can't we sit down and discuss? And y'all sitting down to discussing things about what's going on in Ukraine. Ukraine fly into Washington, D.C. You ain't got no problems trying to figure out what we need to do with that war that's going on. We got a war going on over here in the USA. We ain't got no problem with that. We got these, look, I want to touch base on another thing with what's going on with my man Stephen A. Stephen A. got a flashback with Jasmine Crockett. Come on, man. Come on, Stephen. What's up with you, Stephen? What's up, Mr. A? What's happening with you? Why don't you stay in the sports range? That's what your range should be, the sports, not the politics, not to talk about what she is doing, why she's talking about the president. Let her do her thing. Don't chastise that black woman out here on the media. Come on, Stephen. I know you're looking at this video. Let's talk. We got you talk about some things in sports that a lot of people don't agree with, huh? What is this? Why we got to help and ain't they good at what they do? How much do they pay? Man, you got to get your language together. Whoever typing this in this comment, I don't understand what you're saying, brother or sister. I don't understand what are you saying. Retype that. I don't like the chastise of a black woman. You got to stay in your lane. You got to stay in your lane. That's why them brothers kind of went after you, man. Stephen A. Some of the things that you're saying don't add up. That's why they had to come back and chastise you. You talking foul, you talking janky to a black woman. Huh? Now what kind of agenda you on? Hmm? What's up with that, Stephen A? What's happening with that? Hmm? That's what I'm talking about. What's the problem? Listen, black people, y'all need to start your own business. God made you a king and a queen. You got a skill set, but you just don't know what it is. You have a perfect skill set, but you just don't know what it is. You need to find that out. You need to touch that needle in your backyard and find out what are you great at doing. What is it that you are good at doing? And stop depending on these companies to take care of you. I'm not saying that 9 to 5 is not a bad thing. I worked a 9 to 5. I retired from a 9 to 5. Now, this is not a preach. This is not a preach thing. This is trying to get some people mindset turned right. I ain't saying that a 9 to 5 is a bad thing. I'm saying that I retired from a 9 to 5 thing. I'm saying that you need to get up off of your backside and start taking care of yourself. Huh? What you can do for self. You're doing it for all these other companies out here, but what is it that you're good at? God didn't make no junk out here, family. You understand what I'm saying? God didn't make no junk. So, develop that new skill set that you need to develop. Develop that new skill set that you must develop, my friend. And let's get on board. Things are going upside down with the company with the country right now, but they ain't got to be. It don't have to be upside down. It doesn't have to be that way. It's only that way. It's because of your mindset. You got to change your mindset, family. Start doing business out here with people who looks just like you and I. Because other groups, they don't do business with you. They don't do business with you, but they want you to do business with them. Listen, FBAs, we run the country here. We run the internet here. Without most of the FBAs that's on these social media platform, they wouldn't be focusing. They wouldn't be functioning right now. We run the internet. We run it. With anything that we put our hands on turns to gold. All of these content creators out here that we have out here, on all of these different social media platforms, it's us. It's us, family. I'm telling you, family, it's us. Just like I said, I don't agree with what's going on with these pastors out here in these ministries. I don't agree with it. You're not taking care of the kids. That's the reason why the young folks don't appreciate your information. That's why they're not running. That's why they're not jogging. That's why they're not sprinting down to the churches no more. It's because of what you're doing out here, pastors. Talk to me. Not all pastors, but I'm saying some of you, the majority of you guys are doing some janky stuff. And I don't like it. And with this government shutdown, it can't be shut down too long. They're not going to have it shut down for too long, but I hope they give you your back pay. And I hope they have some leniencies on most of these individuals, because I got family members most of my family members are in this federal government agency program. And I hope that the mortgage companies out here don't affect you guys. They know you can't. They know you're not paying the mortgage like you're supposed to. Cut them some break. Cut them some tape. Don't be putting that stuff on their credit reports. And I know they're not going to do it. I know they're not going to do it. I know they're not going to. The child support. That's another problem that we got. Some of you guys out there that got to pay that child support won't be able to pay the child support because you're not working right now. So we got a big problem out here. So this is what I'm saying. When you do get back in the government, when you do get back on that money trail, start doing something outside your 9 to 5. Stop relying on your 9 to 5 to take care of you, family. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Start doing something that you like to do. Start if you want to do, if you like making t-shirts, buy your heat presser. Buy your heat presser. I got 3 of them. You want to make buttons? There's some button machines out there that they got. People will buy unique things. All you got to do is use what you got, and that's that brain. Start sitting down and say, think of things that you can do. You got I got like 15 gumball machines in the DMV. You understand? That bring you some residual income every month. The machines, the gumballs don't talk back to you. People do. All you got to do is supply the gumball and the candy in the gumball machines and get paid. And get a passive income at the end of the month. All you got to do is just keep the machine supply functioning. That's all you got to do. So it's all kind of business out here that you can do. And whatever you're doing in the government, you can probably do that outside of the government too, in your own name, in your own company name. Just think about what that boy Rick Titus is putting out. That smoke I'm giving you today. Huh? Now let's go ahead and change our mindset. This is that boy Rick Titus. I'll see you guys on another video.